years, where
Right now,
my
you
management
got. I
team
can't
will
hear
tell
a
me what my
soul.
sales figures are, but
Okay.
at the end of every meeting, I will always say, "Hey, I'm
We are
growing.
live actually
What do
right
you
now.
really think is happening?"
We just started our
Powerful. Sales leaders
Dreamforce
don't like it so much.
24
Great
watch
for me,
party.
however. That's
Got
very
a little
important.
late start, but we're here.
And then we moved
And
into this
I think we
co-pilot
actually got
world,
a
but
little late start
the
too. So
co-pilot world has been kind of a hit and
Rebecca is
miss
here,
world.
Sanjeev is
It's a
here, and of
co-pilot
course
world
the
has been a
venerable Paul
world where
Greenberg is
customers
here.
have said to us,
I
"Hey,
have my golf
I've got
voice
these
for apparently
co-pilots,
I'm talking
but they're
like I'm at
not
a golf
exactly performing
tournament.
as we want
But
them
anyway,
to.
let's go ahead and
We don't see
hear
how
what
that co-pilot
Mark
world is going
Benioff
to
has
get
to
us
say.
to the real vision of artificial intelligence, of augmentation, of productivity, of better business results that we've been looking for. We just don't see co-pilot as that key step for our future. In some ways, they kind of looked at co-pilot as the new Microsoft Clippy. And I get that. It was pushing us. And they were trying to
That's
say to us,
pretty
what is the
raw.
next step?
Yeah,
We're
kind of
now
mean.
really at
Said
that
mean
moment.
That
And
is.
that is
and
why
not true either. And
this show is
no
our
one
most
was looking
important
at it as
Dreamforce ever.
Microsoft Clippy.
There's no
Not at the
question. This
beginning
is
of
the
the
most
year.
exciting
No.
Dreamforce
Yes.
and the most important Dreamforce. And what you're going to see at this show is technology like you have never seen before. But it's going to be more than about just seeing the technology. We're going to let you get what I've been telling people, your hands into the soils to touch the technology, because this technology is incredible. Now, how many of you have already been in a Waymo already in San Francisco? Raise your hands if you've already taken a Waymo ride. Oh, not very
Nope,
many.
not me.
Well, let me encourage you. Put the Waymo app on your phone while you're here and call the car to come and pick you up, because it is a moment. It's a moment, okay? The first time you take a ride in an autonomous car is a moment. And that is an opportunity for you to
It's a
do
moment
that
I
right
don't
here
care to
in
have.
San Francisco. That's something that we want you to do. Try it out. And the reason I'm making that metaphor is very simple. Because the first time you build and deploy, your first autonomous agent for your company that is going to help you to be more productive, to augment your employees, and to get these better business results, you're going to remember that like the first time it was in your moment, in your Waymo. This is the third way.
The very
of AI.
stretched analogy.
This is the third wave
Yeah, that was
of
a rough
AI.
one.
It's
Yeah,
agents.
it did not
And
really
we are getting
make the
feedback from
point.
you, from our customers who have it already. And I hope by the end of this show, because each and every one of you is going to have an opportunity to deploy your own agents at the show. Pretty cool, actually. This is going to be something that we are not going to forget, hopefully because it goes very well.
Okay.
But it's a little bit of a high wire act for a technology company, because we're doing something that no one has ever done before. That's not unusual for us. We've been doing those kind of things for, 25 years. We love building the #1 AI CRM. That's what we really, really love.
The #1
But
AI
now
CRM
we're going to
now.
deliver
Yeah.
something like we've never
Again.
delivered before. And we know that that idea that we can give you, that next capability.
Well, I guess given agent force, it's going to be hard not to overemphasize AI, and it will be
You see right here, we've been doing
overemphasized, I'm
this
sure.
for 25 years.
Yeah, but they just threw
But
like
for you, our
Copilot under the
trailblazers,
bus, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
which,
come on.
yeah, but that,
This
that
is what
doesn't
we
work.
want to
I
do.
mean,
We want to be the first
so
to
many
welcome
people
you to
just
the
use
future.
it part of their
We want to
day
be the
now.
first to welcome you into the future.
And let's
And
face
we
it,
look at our
nobody
software
used Clippy.
platform as your
The
future as a
question is who's going to help build the agent?
proof you,
Mm.
not only in your careers, but your companies too. And it has happened in the cloud when we first introduced our platform in 1999. And we said, we're going to help you get into the cloud. And then mobile in 2006. And we said, we're going to help you get into mobile. And we said, hey, social, we're going to help you get into social. Yes, and we helped our customers get into AI first. And data. For the last several years, we've been introducing the concepts of building data lakes and federating those data lakes with zero copy, and now with agents. This idea that we are all going to be using agents.
Who are the first
But we're
of the
going to do
vendors
it
to actually
all
use the
within our
term agent
Salesforce
with
platform.
AI agents?
We're going to do it all within our Customer
I
360
can't
app.
remember.
And we've rewritten all of our Customer 360 apps.
But they're all
the
using
ones
it
that we
now.
acquired,
I just can't
into
remember
a
who was the
one
first.
consistent, singular platform. And that platform that we're all very familiar with, that has 3 releases a year, this platform is the key strategic motion of Salesforce. And now this platform has the best AI in the world. We're about to review that, and the best agents. And the reason why that is so important is because it is going to empower you and enable you to bring that to your
I would love
customers,
any company,
to your
regardless.
companies,
I would love a
to
company that
your
doesn't claim to have the
sales. And we
best
see that
everything.
every trailblazer must be, of course, a sales blazer,
Nothing but
a
not the
service
best.
blazer, a
Just
marketing
say they
blazer,
have
a
it.
commerce
I'm happy.
blazer. Every
By the way, whoever
trailblazer has to
LinkedIn
become a
user
muley,
is
but every trailblazer also can become
Whammo.
now
Whammo.
an agent blazer.
Whammo?
I don't
And
know.
we've
Isn't
been very
Waymo
proud for
W-A-Y-M-O?
25 years.
I don't know.
No?
We've been very
I've
proud
never
for
used
25 years
whether
here at
it's spelled with a
Salesforce
Y or not. So.
to, of course, help you manage your sales force. This has been very important to us. So thank you for letting us manage your sales organization. We're so grateful to you. How are you? Good morning.
There you go.
Is this the Japanese section by some reason? I might know that. Ohayou gozaimasu. Ogenki desu ka? How are you? How are you? Good. Otsukare-sama deshita. Thank you for all your hard work.
Wow, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah,
So we've helped you deploy
I thought
your
it was.
sales
It's Bob
forces,
Fagel, is
your
LinkedIn
service
user.
forces, your marketing forces.
Hey,
We've
Ben.
helped you deploy your commerce forces and your analytics forces. Of course, we've also helped you over the last several years deploy your data forces, your Slack forces. But now,
Slack
in this
forces.
show, what we're all going to do together is we're going
Slack
to work
force?
to deploy your first agent force.
You know what? I think they're going to come out with a
In the
product
way
someday called
that
Force
when you get in
Cloud
that first
or Cloud.
Waymo and have that
They can't say
experience of the
Cloud,
car driving you around
Cloud
San
Force or
Francisco
Force
and going,
Cloud,
"Whoa,
because
there's
that's
no
everything
driver,"
they do.
you're going to have that moment where you say,
By the
wow,
way, anybody who's
I'm
out there,
deploying autonomous
let us know if you're
agents
hearing
for
an
my
echo
company,
or not.
Yeah.
I'm
and
curious
it
to
is
find
working,
out.
hopefully.
Yeah, Ben, Bob.
Well, it's a high wire act in this technology industry, as I mentioned, because this is incredible technology and code. And the results that we're
That's
seeing
Bob.
are
That's
just
Bob.
awesome.
Astra.
Look, we know back
Really?
at home,
Okay.
workforces are overwhelmed. They're doing these low value tasks. They've got kind of a whole different thing post-pandemic. Productivity is a different place. Capacity is a different place. You know, you talk to doctors and nurses and healthcare centers all over the world, they'll tell you the same
Okay,
thing.
that's good to know.
Okay.
They're
Thanks.
kind of burned
Fantastic.
out. They kind of are looking for a different way forward. Maybe because we're more anxious about
Okay.
our
Oh,
health.
so there was an
You know,
echo.
since the pandemic.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I'm not sure.
How do I get
But whatever it is, we
He
do
wants to
see
be
the
upgraded
workforce
from
is
LinkedIn
great.
user.
And we realize
some kind of
that
security
41%
setting? I
of
have
the
no
time
idea
seems to
what
be
it is.
wasted on low values and
Ben,
repetitive
how'd you
tasks.
do
We
it?
will address that. That customers are expecting more, 0 hold times, to be more personal and empathetic, to work with an expert all the time, to instantly schedule things. That's our vision, our dream for these agents. You know, the thing that's really interesting is we have a very large healthcare organization here in the Bay Area, and they've been testing this. They've got the best AI, and they came back and said, you know, this might be working better than the best AI we have. And it's just giving our doctors and nurses more capability, more capacity. That idea that we're directly addressing the burnout issue by giving more productivity and more capacity to those doctors and nurses, that means everything to us. That is very exciting. It inspires us to think about this in a new way. That's when we can start to say, what if these workforces had no limits at all? Wow. That's kind of a strange thought, but a big one. You start to put all these things together and you go, we can kind of build another kind of company. We can build a different kind of technology platform. We can take the Salesforce technology platform that we already have and that all of you have invested so much into the Salesforce platform, and we can deliver it the next capability. The next capability that's going to make our companies more productive, to make our employees more augmented, and just to deliver much better business results. And that is what Agentforce is. Agentforce has to be the biggest breakthrough that we have ever had on technology. And I think it's the biggest breakthrough that I've seen in a long time in artificial intelligence. It's about humans with agents driving.
Oh, I think OpenAI could probably gain some,
together on the Salesforce platform.
make a good case there.
Now, I love
There wouldn't
that
be an
line
agent
because
if it
one of
weren't
the
for
cool
that.
things about Salesforce is we're not just tossing you another model or tossing you a
is it?
hyperscaler or tossing you an AI engineer.
How come you think that,
tossing
Alan?
Something else.
Fill
We're saying
in
on a
why you think
platform
that.
you already love and use every day, the Salesforce platform, right inside the configurator, right inside the system that you already love and know, you're going to start to find this incredible new functionality. And of course, it's going to be trusted and secure. It's going to have a trust layer. All of those things are right there. And we realize how important that is. I read a Gartner report last week about those nasty co-pilots. And they were spilling data all over our customers'
He
floors.
hates co-pilots.
And we're like,
Yeah, well,
that is no good.
Yeah, because they're
For
competitive.
our customers. That's not the kind of businesses we run.
Yeah,
And of
it's
course,
not a
just
good,
like every
bad,
other Salesforce
this is just a
platform,
bad
we're
tactic.
going to be able to just have
Especially,
scalability,
of all things,
very
contrasted
high
to
level
Oracle
of
last
accuracy.
week,
In fact, you're going to
right?
find these
He's
agents,
attacking
these
Microsoft
agents
and
are
all
gonna
the
be
other
some of the
co-pilots.
lowest
Basically,
hallucinating
everything
agents
called
you've ever
co-pilot. So
experienced.
technically, he's attacking
And
Microsoft
why
and
is
Adobe
that?
and so
Why
on
would
and so
our
forth.
agents be
And
so
Larry was
low
all about
hallucinogenic
kumbaya.
and so accurate?
Well,
It has to do
not
with the
all about
platform.
kumbaya.
It's because we have the
Jumped on all the
data
other clouds at
and
the
the
end.
metadata
Yeah,
and the
but
workflow and the business
partnered with all the other
process
clouds.
and the security model and the sharing model and all those things that we love
But wasn't it
and
last
have
year where
used
co-pilots were
and
like
are
king
deeply
here?
wedded to for
Yeah.
25 years. It turns out those things make a more accurate AI. It turns out that those things give us what we need to have more of a low
Also, the
hallucinogenic
smart
AI.
companies
And of
were
course, we already
partnering
know that we're
with
going to
all
make
those
it easy to
co-pilots,
build these agents.
not
Well, you're going to be
isolating
doing that in the
from
next
them.
couple of hours.
And isn't
We
there
already know all
going
the
to
AI
be
capabilities and the
like
models
a
and the
space
ability
and
to
a
train the
role for
models.
co-pilots
You're not going to be
Of course.
buying a
with
model from a
agents?
model
I mean,
company.
everything has its little
You're not going to
purpose
have
there.
to go somewhere else to
That's
kind
why
of
Now
figure
Assist
out how
does
to
what it
bolt
does.
on some other
Co-pilots
kind
do
of
what they
AI.
do.
No. You're going to have the most accurate AI in the world.
And guess
built
what?
into
When
this
I'm
platform.
on a consumer
And,
side,
oh
when
yeah,
I'm
one
looking
more
for an
thing.
answer,
The
I
platform
don't
also
look up
has
Agent
all these
Force.
customer 360
I use
apps.
Copilot.
The apps are also
How much
inside the
customization do you
platform.
need
It's
to
one of
make
the
to
reasons
agents
why
to
the
make them
AI is so
useful?
accurate.
Mm.
Is because it understands the logic
But there's
that's
much
coming
more
out of
work
the
involved in
apps.
making agents
Because the more
work the way
Yeah.
customer
that
touch
they're
points you have
saying
with
they'll work.
Salesforce, the more our AI learns and understands who your business is and how it can help you. Because you're doing so much with our platform already, we
The
have the
agent is a
data and the
self-learning
metadata
agent.
and the
Yeah.
knowledge from these apps.
I mean,
to be
I'm
able
one
to
of these
support
people.
you,
I
and
do
you're gonna
believe
see
there's
that in
there's
real
value in
time at this
autonomous
show.
agents, not second
And of
coming,
course, it's a unified
not
metadata
you know,
platform.
as
It not
discussed,
only knows what your
not
data is, your phone number,
not the
there's my
work of
number,
the devil either.
but my metadata,
But
it's a phone number.
but there's value,
Because we can put those
additive
two things
value to it,
together,
and it's
again,
evolutionary
it's why
from
the AI is so accurate.
what
And it's an
we've
open
seen with it
system.
so
How
far.
many people in the room are actually partners with Salesforce? Raise your hands. Welcome to all the partners here. All the partners and ISVs. And this is going to provide a
see.
whole
Used to
new
be there a long
generation
time
of
ago,
apps
and
as
then you
well,
had so many
because we
agents
already
that
see
you
now
couldn't
all
manage
kinds of
the
new
agent.
apps that we can
Exactly.
build, importing data into our data cloud, building apps around that platform, and being able to deploy that with these agents in incredible new ways. We're really seeing some exciting things. We're really seeing that Agentforce is also going to be about surrounding all of this technology, which will GA in October. But you're going to have it here at the show with our innovation by every industry and all of our global community, all of you worldwide. We're going to try to light this up for everybody as fast as possible. It is amazing. And the early stories from
There you go, Bob.
customers are blowing our mind.
Try it now.
It's blowing our mind. I have to tell you about one of my customers that I'm so proud of. I'm so proud of them. Wiley. We've talked about Wiley at this show so many times. I've met with them so many times. Relationship with Wiley. We love Wiley. Okay, you know what? This is their Super Bowl right now.
I fired
Did you know
Wiley.
that? Because this is back to school. It's back to school. So guess what? Everybody's buying the books and all this. But what do you do if you're Wiley at this point? You need to hire some more workers, right? Gig workers and surge the workforce. And not so easy, actually, right now in today's economy. So how about this? What if you could surge your service organization and you could surge your sales organization without hiring more people?
Before the
That's
generative
Agentforce.
AI stuff,
That
Wiley
is
was
what's
able
so
to cut
exciting.
their onboarding time for
And-
agents by
and
like
Wiley is already
30%.
reporting that they're
Just
resolving
with the
40 to 70%
generic,
of these
not the
eight
generic,
cases.
but the
And the
pre-generative
next
AI
version
stuff.
of
And I saw-
Agentforce, which is version 2, you're going to hear about, called Atlas. Atlas. We are seeing more
Not a
than
fan of-
90 to 95% resolution on all service and sales issues. 90 to 95%.
Fired them from a
with the
book
new
contract I
Atlas,
had with
which is
them
version
on
2 of
on
Agentforce.
public sector.
Another amazing
Public
customer
sector
that we
work
use, I know
stuff.
I just use it myself, Open Table. I was in Los Angeles
Wow,
last
I haven't
week
even
rolling
thought
this
about
out.
Open Table in a while.
I
And making
actually
a dinner
still use it a
reservation
lot.
For the grill in Beverly Hills, one of my favorite
All
places.
those
I love the cream
Is it
spinach.
Trummers? Open Table.
And
Well,
all of a
you
sudden,
don't
I'm making
need
the
Open
reservation
Table
and I'm resolving
for
my customer
Chipotle, so
service
I'm good.
issue,
No.
and I'm able to do it with an agent. And
It worked,
that
Bob.
was
Put
a
up, Bob.
moment.
There you are.
Very cool. Jim Kramer's here.
You
How
owe
are
Ben
doing here,
something.
Jim, welcome to Dreamforce.
Jim
I don't think you've
Kramer's,
ever been to the
I-
keynote before.
Oh my God,
Come
Kramer.
on. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Really, really
Good
bad
seats,
choice
everything.
of
Please welcome
optics.
Jim Kramer.
Ugh.
And Fossil. Fossil. Does everybody know Fossil, the amazing watches and the retail stores?
Yeah.
And they're using this to envision the future of Fossil in sales and service in the retail environment. So exciting. So exciting. But let me tell you where I'm going after Dreamforce. I'm going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
I am going to Disneyland. How many of you have been to Disneyland? Anybody here? Not that many. Shocking. Okay, great place to go. Number 2, how many of you, when you go to Disneyland, get a Disney guide? Raise your hand. Oh, only a couple hands. Let me give you a tip. Avoid the ride lines. Avoid the ride lines. Get a Disney guide. You get a Disney guide, they help you get around the ride lines. It's awesome. It's like this service created by Walt Disney. They use Salesforce. They've all got phones in their pockets. Okay, and they've got Slack and they've got Salesforce on their phones in Disneyland. These Disney guides, they're amazing. I love them. I have been to Disneyland so many times. I go actually about 4 times a year. One of my favorite customers. I love how they use our store they use us for their store.
It'll be
They use
good
us
if
for
he
Disney
does
Plus
now.
for the
He
customer
brings
service.
just a regular old Disney guide
Across the
up
whole
there.
product line,
and
we're their
talks to
customer touchpoint automation. But let me tell you why I'm excited about
I was
their
wondering
work
about how much
with
that guide
Agentforce.
costs.
Because it's about
$2,500
helping them create
for the
these
day. I have no idea.
unforgettable
I made that up.
experiences. And my vision here is very simple, and I think I can make a compelling case
2020.
of why this will transform my experience at Disneyland.
Instagram to
Because
market.
when I go to Disneyland, I'm there, I'm walking around all the Frontierland and Tomorrowland and all these things, and then I'll say to my guide, let's roll, we're gonna go to Galaxy Edge. Do you know what Galaxy Edge is? It's Star Wars land, okay? And then I'm like, I like to go right to this ride, Rise
Between
of the Resistance.
$450 and
Anyone here been to Rise
$900
of the
an hour
Resistance?
for a Disney guide.
Great ride.
Oh my
okay,
God.
everybody-
An hour?
Happy people. And then
An
when
hour?
Rise sometimes doesn't work.
For a VIP
It's
tour.
So,
Yep.
so incredible, visionary. Ride
Okay,
sometimes
Mark.
it's working, sometimes
Way
it's not
to
working.
wait,
And then my
way
guide
to
will
interact with the
know,
common
oh,
person.
wait, the ride isn't working. But here's the thing.
Wow,
The AI,
that is
Agentforce.
crazy.
Well, my guide, it can start to work with Agentforce and say, Agentforce, we're on our way right now to Rise. And I got Mark Benioff with me. And I just got a notification the ride is down. Agentforce, help me. And Agentforce is going to do 2 things. One, it's going to look
Say
at,
no. Say
because I've
no.
opted in, of course, all my ride history, how am I doing, you know, what I've been on, what I liked, what I didn't like, right? What my personal preferences are, what brands I
Disney
like,
guides seem to
Disney,
be
on and
falling
on, right?
into
But number two,
Louis Vuitton
Agent
sneaker
Force
and
does one
Bentley
other thing.
territory.
It looks across the whole park. It looks across the whole park and it says, oh, what rides have long lines? Where can we get in Mark right now? How do we do the flow control? How do we keep the park moving? Not how do we just make Mark happy? Brings the two things together and, hey, Mark, have you thought about Toontown today? It's just like the Rise architecture, but it's with this incredible new brand, Toontown. And I'm on my way to Toontown. A better experience, my Disney guide working with the agent together, the agent doing what it can do best, these very complex situations. This is really the vision for a future of a company. This is the company that we're going to build here at the show. We're going to all build this together.
I mean, he's
And
very
you're gonna see
intriguing with
another
the hint
amazing
there
company.
about,
This slide was
okay,
not
you're
in the
all going to be
presentation
having your own
yesterday.
agent or whatever the
Because
quite
yesterday,
say, or you will be
our
using
customer
Agent Force
Saks,
somehow.
Who knows Saks Fifth Avenue, one of the great stores? Oh, wow. We have more Saks Fifth Avenue people here than Disneyland people. Amazing.
Jeez.
It
That is
really
not
speaks to
surprising in the
something. I don't
slightest.
know what. So, so Saks came in and said, you know, we want to give our shoppers more concierge, better return management, better service management. And last night they sent me a link, and all of a sudden they had Agent Force running in their existing Salesforce implementation, and it was live on their site. And I said, I hope that every Salesforce customer has the ability to do that at Dreamforce. Will that be awesome? So we added this slide last night on what happened yesterday, because we have flown in 4,000 of our own Salesforce engineers to work with you and help you get this done. And we've created these launches, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah. Now, when I think about Salesforce today, I think about it in 3 layers, maybe 4. First is, I think about for the last 25 years, what have we been doing?
Tradition here.
We've been automating every customer touch point, right? Sales and service and marketing and commerce and analytics.
I mean,
and
it's
Slack,
the lens that the tech world views
customers
things
coming in,
from.
we're connecting, and
They keep forgetting
we are making
that it's,
part
I
of
mean,
our
the world
customer
we're in
360.
makes a lot more money
2,
than most of the rest
we
of
are
the world.
also
And most of the
building
rest
a
of the
data
world
cloud
at some
so
level
that you have a data lake
may not be the
that
buyers,
is able
but
to
are still the
absorb
customers.
all of that customer connectivity,
Nonetheless,
including if
the
you
ones
have
who use it,
multiple Salesforce
these
orgs,
things.
and federate that data cloud out to not only all your Salesforce orgs, but to other types of data lakes like Snowflake and Databricks and Google BigQuery and Amazon Redshift and even IBM mainframes. Amazing. And then we're able to take all of that data and bring it down into the customer 360. And this has been our vision for the last 25 years. But now what we want to do is wrap that with agents and make you even more productive and more capable. And it's an extension of our core platform. So you can have health agents and banking agents and product agents and ops agents and sales agents and support agents and marketing agents and customer experience agents and analytics agents and finance agents and HR agents. And it's all built on this Salesforce platform with all the trust and security and ecosystem that you need. And this means that our architecture now looks different. It looks like this. And this is not what it looked like the last time we were all in this room. It didn't look like this. This isn't where we were. We had a different vision of the future. Customer 360 and Data Cloud was our best selling, most exciting new product ever. But agents are really changing us. They're transforming us. They're giving you that ability to have something that's trusted and secure and scalable and accurate and easy to customize with this built-in AI, and you know, the customer 360 is built in.
Does it feel like there's more hype for agents than there even was for co-pilots a year ago?
And you buy nothing else.
Feels like they're really hyping up the agents here.
It just works.
I mean, I get it.
Accuracy and low hallucination. And some of the hypnosis that we've had around AI.
It's sort of time to show the
Doesn't work exactly
practicalities
like
of it.
that, or you have to DIY it.
Well, it
You know,
almost
DIY,
feels like
do you all know what DIY is?
there's a
I
chase
thought
or a
everybody
race
knew
on
what
the
DIY
own
was, but it's
agents
not. Maybe
because
it's a
they
San
missed out on
Francisco term.
co-pilots.
DIY means
It just
do
feels
it
like there's
yourself.
Seeing in
such
stuff
a
here.
You know,
everybody is really
I was
focused
talking to
on
my friend
agents
Neil
to the point
Young,
where there's like
and he
the
knew
gold
exactly
rush
what that
almost.
was because he said it was like
Yeah.
homegrown. But DIY means I'm just putting it all together on my own. But I don't think you can DIY this. I think you want a single, professionally managed, secure, reliable, available platform. I think you want the ability to deploy this agent force capability across all of these people that are so important for your company and all
Hey,
of these digital and
Cynthia.
human workers. And the
Say hello to
reality
Jesus
is,
for us.
we all have struggled in the last 2 years with this
Yeah, and
vision
you-
of
Cynthia
co-pilots and LLMs and how are we
she's had
putting it all together.
Practical
So
experience
why are
at
we doing
several
that when we can have
companies
Agent
at
Force?
senior
we can move
levels.
from chatbots to co-pilots to this new Agent Force
Co-pilots.
world, and it's going to know your business, and it can plan, it can reason, it takes action on your behalf. On that idea of working with a large
I get
healthcare
Cynthia's
system at
point, but
scale,
I don't see
it's
customers
scheduling
turning this
in
on
our
until they've
vision,
got it
the MRI for
sorted
you, or the
and
CT
ready.
scan, or the repeat
I mean,
labs, or your doctor's office
Yeah.
visit.
customers that I'm talking to at
For
least
you.
now
It's
are
taking
getting this right
care of the
and working to
drudgery and the low
and
value
waiting to get it
tasks
right
that are
before they
slowing
even
those
turn it on
doctors
to
and
their own
nurses
employees,
down.
let alone
And we're going to
customer
deliver it
facing.
across all of our industry clouds in all of the key industries that we support with all of the compliance and governance that you need, whether it's FedRAMP or HIPAA or SOC or whatever it is, so that you get it as you need it and
This
it's ready
part
to go.
is the part, to be honest, that appeals to me
I
the
think
most.
we're also going to inspire at
The
this show a whole new
industry-specific
generation of apps built on our
autonomous
platform.
agents.
We already saw a
That
large network
in
vendor come
specific
along
is where I'm
who said,
really,
"Oh,
really
Mark,
got
you
my
know, we want to
curiosity
help
up.
you, get more people back to
And also, I
office
think
and
is
look
a
at who's in the
more
office and who's not
value
at office." And I said,
will
"That's
come
interesting."
than
And they're
any
like,
other
"We're
thing
running
they're
your
talking
VPN
about.
for you." And I said,
well,
"Well,
because
that's
so many of the
interesting."
industry
And they
specific
said, "We
customers
hooked
already
our
have the
VPN
industry
data
specific data
into
model and
your
they
data
have
That's
cloud." And I
exactly
said,
the
"Oh, that's
point.
very interesting."
then
And then we're
yeah.
looking at the VPN data in the data cloud, and then they said, "And now look at this. Here is now an app that shows you who's in the office and who's not." And I said, "Wow, that's really next generation." And then they said, "And now here's a bunch of agents that are talking to your employees, encouraging them to get back in the office." And I said, "Wow, that is something I did not expect." And I wonder how many more apps are
Zero
out there that I
copy,
didn't
not
expect.
zero trust, but zero
Now
copy.
let's go and let's look
Well,
inside Agent Force.
that's right.
Let's look
Zero
at what the
trust.
possibilities are.
What was that?
And
Zero
please
trust
welcome
something
the
latency.
Packet
CEO of
something.
our AI,
Latency, packet
Clara
latency.
Shih. Clara, where are you?
Zipper.
Here she is. All right,
The
Clara,
worst.
show it to us.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. And this is my 18th Dreamforce. And it is so special for me to be here with all of you
It's funny.
in this moment.
Well, yeah, don't forget
Because
she was
we're
an
in a time
employee
when,
who was a
in the
coder.
very near
Yeah,
future,
I know.
Early
but
days.
agents
Still
will be as
18 is a
commonplace
And then
lot.
Hearsay
apps
was a partner,
and
so
web pages.
Yeah.
And no one
Still 18 is
is
a lot.
better positioned
Yeah.
than all of us,
So you're probably
trailblazers,
pretty close to that,
deliver
right,
on
Brent?
this amazing future.
I don't think
Yes.
You
I'm.
just heard from Mark
I am.
the vision for
You are?
Agent Force.
I think I'm
some
more
of the
like
customer success
14.
that we're seeing and our ecosystem. Now I'm going to take us a little deeper.
The first one was
and talk about
2004.
what agents are
Yeah,
and why the
that's
Salesforce
20.
platform is the easiest,
I don't
lowest
think
risk
I went
way
to
to build and
23.
deploy agents for the enterprise.
I
Now,
don't
there are
think.
5 things that make an
I'm
agent.
pretty close.
First, you need a role. What's the agent's job? It's similar to the roles that you've already defined in Salesforce. If you use Sales Cloud, you have these roles for your SDRs, for your account executives. If you're like Kevin from Wiley and you have service reps on Service Cloud, you have these roles defined for your support team. And so if it's back to school and you need to scale up your service organization, you can start there. But it's not just defining the role, it's managing the role. Many of you already use Omni Supervisor to manage all of your service calls in real time. You can listen in, you can track how the CSAT is trending for every single call that's happening. We've extended Omni Supervisor to now also help you manage your agent force. We'll show you this in just a moment. The second thing you need is you need data. You need data. Again, you have this data in Salesforce already. Whether it's structured data like a custom object, or it's unstructured data like a Slack conversation and knowledge articles.
What does
all
zero
of that
copy
is there.
mean?
You have your metadata in Salesforce, and you can even bring in your external data. You heard Mark talk about our zero copy partner network from Data Cloud. All of your data from your data lakes, your data warehouses,
Thank
all
you
of
for that,
can
Ben.
now
This has
be
been a public
activated
service
by your
announcement.
agent force. Now, the third thing you need, this is really important, is you need actions. What are the workflows? What are the systems your agents can access to get the job done? Now, this is very powerful because it's the basis of automation, and it is not something you want to risk having an LLM
How easy is it
hallucinate.
for these agents to connect to
Good news, you
non-Salesforce
don't have to.
applications?
You've
We'll
spent
see.
25 years building your
Big and
trusted
important
business
point.
logic into Salesforce.
Yep.
Whether it's
So
your
far, this is a
prompts,
100%
the billions of flows that
Salesforce
run
ecosystem
every week,
only. Again,
every line
in
of Salesforce
contrast
code
to
needs to be
Oracle.
invested in, and every
I'm picking up
MuleSoft
some echo
API.
again.
All of that is
I
there
think
for
we're
you
going to hear about
to
a bunch of
point and
connectors
click
though.
and
I
empower
hope so.
your agent forces with.
Soon.
Now, the fourth thing you need are channels. This is where your customers and your employees interact with the agent. You already have Sales Cloud, you have Service Cloud, you have Marketing and Commerce Cloud, and only the Salesforce platform offers all of the major digital channels natively from within our app. WhatsApp, Apple Business Messenger, SMS, voice, email, it's all there. You just turn it on and you go. Now, the final most important thing that you need to deploy trusted enterprise agents is trust and security. The very first thing we built when we started on this journey was our Einstein trust layer. And every single agent force interaction runs through that trust layer, which means that you can rest assured that it has data security, like prompt injection defense. It has data privacy, like zero retention prompts and data masking. It has ethical guardrails, like our toxicity filter. It has guardrails to define what agents
I
aren't
had
allowed
a
to do
one-on-one
versus
with
what they
Rob
can.
Katz
It
today.
has
Who's
observability
the
and monitoring.
VP of
But it's
product.
much more than that. If
He's
you
the
take a step back
VP
and look,
of
everything that you've ever done has led you
basically the guy
to
who's
Agent
responsible for
Force.
trust
Because
for
every
the
role,
product.
every piece of
suite.
metadata, every
And
flow,
I
every
promise, I
channel,
said it was all
all of
off the
that
record, so I won't say what we talked
becomes
about,
the
but
guide
I will tell
and
you
the
this much.
guardrails for your
They're
autonomous Agent Force.
paying a lot of attention and doing a really good
Now let's talk
job
about
with
how these pieces
that.
come together to drive real business outcomes. It
Very
all starts
pivotal
with
for
our
them, too.
Atlas reasoning engine. Atlas is the brain of Agent Force. And it takes
Rob's
your goal,
group
it
is
takes your
doing,
role,
I think,
and it loops, it creates a plan.
arguably the most
it
pivotal work
evaluates
that
the plan,
Salesforce
it
is doing
refines
right
the
now,
plan,
most
and it keeps looping until it's
important work
confident it can
at the
achieve your
moment
goal.
that
It
Salesforce
uses
needs.
advanced retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, to pull in the structured and unstructured
He's the
data that it
VP of
needs from Data Cloud.
responsible and
then it takes
ethical
action for
AI
you
and product
across the
and
customer 360.
tech. Rather.
Whether that's automating a financial services campaign in Marketing Cloud, or it's
You will be a
engaging
guest
with a
on CRM
prospect in
Playaz
Sales
soon.
Cloud, or in the case of OpenTable, I'm a frequent user of OpenTable, confirming that perfect dinner reservation for your husband's birthday. All of that comes together, and if it ever gets stuck, Atlas knows to seamlessly escalate to one of your team members using Sales, Service, Marketing, or Commerce Cloud. Very smooth. My favorite thing, though, about Atlas is that the more you use it, the smarter it gets. Because while everyone else in the industry is talking about reinforcement learning from human feedback, we have pioneered reinforcement learning from customer outcomes. That's right, all of the customer outcomes you have in the Customer 360, whether it's marketing conversion rates or sales deal wins or service resolutions, all of that is used to continuously tune and improve your agent force. And because your data isn't our product, all of your outcome data is proprietary to your company, allowing you to create strategic advantage
Thank
over
you, Ben.
time. Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you. And it just tremendous kudos to our fantastic research organization for all of the amazing technology that's gone into Atlas and Agentforce. And we're seeing amazing results. 33% greater accuracy, 2 times greater relevance. And these are according to our customers' benchmarks, not ours. And this is the difference between a DIY science project versus a real enterprise-grade agent you can confidently deploy into production. And this is why we are so thrilled to be bringing Agentforce now into every Salesforce cloud. Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing, Commerce, every industry cloud. Einstein Copilot is being officially upgraded to Agentforce so that it can learn, reason, and take action for you. And to help you get going fast, we're also excited to be releasing over 100 out-of-the-box industry-specific actions for Agentforce. We also want to make it really easy for you to customize your Agentforce as well as to build your own.
Oh, come
If you're
on.
familiar with our low-code tools, I know there's tens of millions of you trailblazers that use Flow Builder, Model Builder, Prompt Builder. Well, I want you to meet Agent Builder. It's the newest member of our low-code family and part of the Agentforce Studio. And it allows you not only to access a familiar look and feel, but also to access any of the existing data, metadata, roles, and business logic you already have in Salesforce. Just drag and drop it into your agent. That's how Saks was able to get up and running in just a week. And I know it's amazing that 2.8 million badges, you've earned 2.8 million AI badges on Trailhead, and I know you're just getting started, and you are well on your way to each becoming an agent blazer. Now, to see this come to life, I want you to hear a story from a true agent blazing customer. I see Mike there, who's the CTO from Saks. You want to give a wave, Mike? And to hear how they're using Agentforce to deliver luxury experiences to every customer at scale. Let's roll the tape.
Claire is keeping it coherent and moving along, too.
Humans at Saks. That's really going to be enabled by Agentforce.
At Saks, we deliver a dream. We sell things that people want to love. The emotional connection you have with finding that one thing you want.
There are lots of new
The
changes
Rams
happening
championship.
across the technology.
How could we get that into
We
that?
need to have the best technology.
We saw the luxury consumer beginning to move to e-commerce. We said we got to pivot.
Really important for us to meet the customer where they want to be and service them in the best ways.
Agentforce offers personalized service to customers like Maria. In this case, she has a birthday coming up.
If you have millions of customers and you want to create millions of different experiences, it's not scalable. But Agentforce gives us that ability.
Agentforce will enable us to service customers in ways we couldn't imagine before. It will recognize photos and understand text, and make personalized recommendations to customers like Maria.
We really believe there is an immense opportunity for Agentforce to allow our service agents to become stylists, really focus on clienteling with our customers. We are recommending things for you that are personal to you, that are authentic to you. Agentforce is really allowing our humans to have a deeper, more impactful interaction with our customers.
Gives us the ability to continue to offer a very high-touch luxury experience that people expect from Saks. And I know it sounds simple, but that full 360-degree view.
I noticed in general, you will no longer need humans.
They call the call center now, from how they pay, from everything.
Blabbing is easing up.
Comfort that they're the most important to us, which they are.
They're starting to realize it's not a winning message.
Routed to a customer representative based on the nature of her question.
Agentforce is going to free up our people to work in a different way with their clients. It's not going to replace, it's going to augment.
Here
There
we
you
have
go.
Agentforce making a recommended response
Easy to
on
build
customer data, previous cases, as well
What was
as
that?
knowledge articles.
That if the agents are easy to build and connect to work of outside apps, they could be really helpful.
To activate that data
Yep.
through servicing.
I mean, it looks like,
commerce,
again, looks like a good product,
If you can get people comfortable and if you can work with them on an individual
but it's hard to
basis,
tell.
a personalized
exactly.
basis, the sky's the limit on what you can do with them.
I don't believe that the experience that we are delivering would be possible without Salesforce.
It goes back to the belief that humans with agents drive customer success together. Together, and that's how we're going to win.
There you go.
Looks like an astronaut.
Humans with agents drive customer success.
You can always tell the Saks
Good
team
way to
because you're
put
the
it.
best dressed people in the room. Mike, thank you so much for being an agent.
I'm
blazer,
wearing a
and
Saks
to
suit that
show
costs
you
$2,000.
Saks' actual agent force. Please welcome up my colleague Patrick Stokes.
All right. Thank you so much,
Go,
Clara. Good
Clara.
morning, everybody.
Good job.
So I absolutely love Dreamforce. I love being on this stage to show you all these incredible products. But I'm going to admit, I do get stressed out about one kind of silly thing, and that's what I should wear when I'm up here. And even right now, I'm not really sure if this is like technology conference or fall wedding in New Jersey. Could be either. So a couple days ago, I decided to go to the Saks.com website. And I was browsing along, and I ordered a new jacket, kind of jacket sweater combo that I really liked. And came to my house, I tried it on, it didn't really fit. And I had a crazy idea. I thought it would be really fun to bring 45,000 people together here in San Francisco and millions online and call customer service. Now, before we call Saks' customer service, I want to call everyone else's customer service. So let's give it a try.
Hello, and thank you for calling customer service. If you know the extension of the party,
Did he say everyone else's customer service?
To hear our store
Yes.
hours, please press 1.
That's
To
not a
start
convincing
request,
discussion.
Press 2. For product inquiry, hello, and thank you for.
Let's not do that. That's no fun. Nobody wants to call that customer service line. It doesn't feel natural. It's not human. I can't even start talking, which is like, you know, what you do when you pick up a phone. I have to wait. I have to select a number. That is an absolutely terrible experience. In fact, do you know what they call that in the industry? They call it case deflection. Did you know that? They're actively trying to
Yes, we knew
deflect
that.
you from talking to somebody who can actually help you. It's crazy. We don't want that. As consumers, as customers, we want help. We want resolution. We want solutions to our problems. And after a few more calls like that, we might even want some retribution.
To use
That
generative
is
AI to
terrible.
build
The good
agents
news is it
automatically.
doesn't have to be like that anymore because we have Agentforce and because Saks
Because
has
if that can be
Agentforce.
done, it could be
As Mark
really
showed us
useful.
earlier, Saks just rolled out their new
Instead of getting
Agentforce
coders
agent.
or
They
outside
call
companies,
her
if you can
Sophie. Let's
automate
give
ways
Sophie
to
a call
build
and see if the
agents to
experience is
connect
any
to
different.
different outside applications.
Hi, I'm Sophie, your Saks AI assistant. How can I help you today?
Yeah, hey Sophie, this is Patrick. I'm wondering if you can help me with my most recent order. I think I might have got the wrong size.
I'm sorry to hear that, Patrick. I'd be happy to help. Is this about the Saks Fifth Avenue Collection Cashmere Baseball
Kinda
Bomber
creepy
sweater
looking.
you purchased on September 9th?
Yeah, I know. Well, it looks like
Totally is. That's the one.
Disney
I tried it
animation
on
to
and I
some
think
degree.
it's just
Like a
little
bad
tight.
version of Disney animation.
I'm sorry the
For the wrong
sizing didn't
customer.
work out. Based on your purchase history, a size medium should provide a relaxed fit. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
That sounds
I
terrible.
noticed you said cashmere. Is it going to shrink?
The sweater is 100% cashmere, so we recommend dry cleaning only to preserve the natural fibers and avoid any potential shrinkage. Would you like to go with a medium?
Yeah, let's do the medium.
She's a little pushy.
Great. Based on your shipping address,
Well,
you should
that means
receive it
you
within
got
3
it
to
right.
5 business days. Does that work?
No, I have a pretty big event coming up. Is there any way I can get it in like 1 or 2 days?
Unfortunately, that's the fastest shipping available for this item. Would you like me to transfer you to someone who can assist you further?
No, not right this second, Sophie. Thank you though, appreciate it. Okay. totally different experience, very friendly. I was able to immediately start talking. Sophie knew exactly who I was because she has my full Customer 360 profile.
Sophie
She
was
knew my orders
regurgitating
because she has
data.
all of our order history stored inside of Data
I mean, it was
Cloud.
good.
She
Don't
was
get
even
me
able
wrong.
to
It was
take some
fine,
action.
but
She was able to switch and order me
wasn't
a new medium jacket.
wasn't that.
But right there at the end, you may have
Well,
noticed one
compared
thing
with the
that Sophie
alternative, though.
wasn't able
Right.
to do.
Well,
Sophie wasn't
again,
able to
their
figure out
alternative
a way
was
to get
a
me that
generic,
jacket
hi,
in
let's
super
like do a
high.
really
And that's
bad
because right now,
customer
at this moment in
service
time, Sophie really
person
only
and
knows
or
how to
bot.
talk to the shipping carriers. She can look that up, but that's about as far as she can
I
go.
mean,
That's not
don't
as
get,
far as
again,
Saks can go
that it
because Saks
worked.
has
That's
stores
all that
all over the
ultimately
country.
matters.
And if we could enable Sophie with some ability to identify those stores and maybe even look into the inventory of those
Well, there you
stores,
go.
maybe Sophie could have gone one step further.
That would have been
And
nice to
that's what I
see.
want to show you right now.
All right.
So as
Now,
Clara showed us earlier, we have our all-new Agentforce Studio with Agent Builder. And this is the very first time on a Salesforce stage we're going to show you this. I am so excited. So here we are inside of Agent Builder, and you can see we have our configuration here for Sophie. And configuration is really, really important. It's all natural language. What's so cool about building these agents, Force can probably do it. It's really, really awesome. So here we have our avatar, we have our agent name, we have our description. But what I really want to show you is these topics. Now, topics are really the foundational building block along with actions in how you build these new autonomous agents. And think about topics as just kind of categories of information. So I've got an order management topic here, for example, and that actually happens to be the topic that we were just in our last call with Sophie. And if you're wondering how that works, again, it's just a description. If we look at this order management topic, we can see the kind of description and scope of the topic. We can see some specific instructions. And what happened in that conversation is Sophie was just listening to what I was saying and identifying that I'm probably talking about order management. Simple as that. That's how we make that connection. No writing complex IVR trees or writing code to make that happen. It's just reasoning. Now, within these topics, we have actions. And you can see some of the actions that Sophie already knows how to do. And if you notice, these are actually just flows. We'll spend some more time on that in a moment. But you can see some of the actions that Sophie actually took, like finding my order number, checking the order status, even modifying the orders. Those are all actions that we just saw Sophie perform. But I want to add some new actions. I want to give Sophie the ability to find stores and see if we can find some new inventory. So if I click add action, I can see here I've got a couple things that might help me out. I've got get nearby stores. I'm probably going to need that. Change delivery method. I might need that. But you'll notice I don't have anything for the store's inventory. I can't look into a store inventory anywhere. So let's fix that. I'm going to close this. I'm going to jump over here to add a new Agentforce action. Now, as we heard earlier from Clara, what's so incredible about Agentforce is you're starting from so far ahead because you've already got all of the workflows and processes built right into Salesforce. You already have all of your data. So you can see all of the flows. These are just all of the flows that you've already built attached to your org. You can pick these and add these to Agentforce. But in our case, I need to call MuleSoft. So I'm going to pick a MuleSoft API, and I happen to have a store inventory API already available to me. And what's amazing about these agents is they can actually query and talk to these APIs just like we would be able to. So I'm going to add this API. I can edit the inputs and outputs if I need to. And I'm going to go ahead and click finish. And we're going to jump back over to Agent Builder. If I add these actions, we should get some new things. So let's add get nearby stores. Let's do change delivery method. Let's schedule an in-store pickup. And let's store our add our store inventory API. So we'll add those, and you can see they got added to our actions here. Now there's some magic here that's going to happen. I'm going to show you the magic, but there's some magic, which is we don't have to write any more code. That's it. That's all we had to do. We just had to add the actions, and Agentforce and Sophie are going to reason over what I want as a consumer and figure it out. But you don't have to trust me. Let me show you how it figures it out. We're actually going to show you the Atlas reasoning engine thinking every step of the way. So I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to type in, we saw voice a moment ago. I'm going to type in what I want here, and bear with me because I'm pretty confident, but I'm not confident enough to type on stage. So I'm just going to paste that in. So hi, my name's Patrick Stokes, customer ID, yada, yada, yada. And you can see as she's analyzing, we can actually see the Atlas reasoning engine here right in the middle. We can see the prompt that I just gave it. We can see the connection to that order management topic that we just saw. And now we can start to see the actions actually being taking place. So Sophie is actually going out and querying our find order number flow, bringing that back.
This is a
She's
really
then moving
good
on to the
way
next step,
to
which is to
demo
check
and
the order
explain how
status.
this works.
Now,
Yep.
this is where she
Yes,
failed
you know?
before.
Absolutely
Because in my
agree.
question, I'm asking
And
if I can
this
get it
is
any
the
sooner.
power of
She failed at
Agent
that before,
Force
but
here.
now she goes on to the next step because she's figured out that I might have another way to get this here, the jacket here, just a little bit sooner. So you can see get nearby stores. She's trying to see if there's a store near me. Now she's actually looking into the store inventory API. And then she's figured out that, hey, I need to go back to the customer. I need to ask if the customer would like to do an in-store pickup. She doesn't just schedule it herself. She's going to come back and ask me as well. So do I want a new in-store pickup? Yes, I do. We're going to enter, and we're going to see the conclusion of Atlas. And there we go. So now Sophie is figuring out these last few actions, which is to change our delivery method. And
Board on the
schedule
left
an
side is
in-store
being
pickup.
built automatically.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it
about
looks that way. Yep.
Yep.
Reasoning on the fly.
this agent,
Yeah.
and it
Pretty amazing.
A great demo.
like
Yep.
we just were a moment ago, or whether we're in Apple Business Messages.
Very
or
convincing.
Right? It just works. It's
Very
all
easy
one
to
agent.
follow.
Yeah.
To prove that to you, I want to give Sophie a call back.
And the value for
But we're gonna
both
give
the
Sophie a call
people
back, and we're
creating
gonna
all
see
the
if she
back
now
end
has
there
this new
and
capability.
the users
Give
on
it a
the
shot.
front end is amazing. You can see them both. You can see-
Hi, I'm Sophie, your Saks AI assistant. How can I help you today?
Yep. Hey, Sophie. It's me, Patrick, again. I wonder if you can just give me an update on my order delivery from my most recent order.
Is this about the Saks Fifth Avenue Collection cashmere baseball bomber sweater?
Yep, that's the one.
Great. We have 2 delivery options available. I can have it delivered within 3 to 5 business days, or it can be picked up as soon as today at Saks San Francisco. Which option works best for you?
Oh, that's great. I would love to come into Saks San Francisco and pick it up.
Great. I've placed the order and notified the in-store client advisor that you will pick up the item.
There you go.
We'll have it ready for you within the next 3 hours. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nope, that's fantastic. Sophie, thank you so much. You've been super helpful. Thank you.
Well, that's convenient. The spirit just happened to be sitting on the desk as he got the order for it after it was sitting on the desk.
Everything, how you can get these agents to
That was
reason and do
lucky.
anything that you might need them to do. Remember, if you can describe it, you can get Agent Force to do it. But as Clara said, we need to be able to do this with trust as well. And so we're excited to show you our new Omni Supervisor, where you can not only come in and look at what all of your human
Not
agents are
surprising,
doing with
someone
their
named
customers, but
Patrick
even
did a
look
great
at what your
demo, right,
Agent Force
Rebecca?
agents are doing
That's
here as
right.
well. And we can see that Saks, they maybe have actually rolled out quite a few agents, Sophie and maybe a few others, because depending on where you are in the world, you might want to talk to people in all sorts of different ways. So we can see some of my last few interactions here. We can
How
see,
can
an
you use
interaction
Agent Force
that
to
closed a little
connect
while ago between our
non-Salesforce
customer, Claire, who has
ecosystem?
Still haven't
help
said that
done.
part.
Let's give that one a listen real quick.
I'm Kevin, your Saks AI assistant. How can I assist you today?
Paul?
Hi, so I just
That's awesome. But what's really cool about
doing
the
his demo.
supervisor, hang up on that, is that we can even listen to calls as they're happening in real time. So we've got 2 calls here that are actually happening. One here with Brian Green. Looks like he's having some problems with his password. Let's give that one a listen.
Problem at all. I can send you a link to reset your password. Would you like me to stay
Great,
on the
Bob.
line while you create a new password?
No, I don't want to stay on the line while he recreates his password. I think one customer service call was enough. Super exciting. Thank you all so much for your time. Mark, back to you.
Great job, sir.
Really
These
nice job.
demos are great because people are actually clapping with smiles on their faces. You don't
Okay.
usually see that.
Are you getting jacked for how this is working?
No,
You see
but
what's
it
happening?
was great
It's-
demo.
You can see why we're so
Not the
excited.
kind of thing
It's
that
kind
gets
of
me
amazing.
screaming.
And I was just sitting there thinking about, I actually bought these shoes that I'm wearing at Saks. They're Christian Dior shoes, very fancy, for the
Ay, ay,
keynote.
ay.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to
Congratulations, Mark.
make all these changes. I think I buy just about everything online. I bought this suit from Berluti, which is an LVMH company. I bought the shoes that I put it all on this morning
Why
for the
are you
first time. And I'm
saying
like,
this?
it's amazing.
Okay,
what's
Mark, you're
possible
rich.
now.
We get it.
And I think it's not just
Jeez.
I was
what is
wondering why that
possible,
Patrick
That
it's
stuff
what
is
you are
so
going to make
clueless,
possible.
man.
Because as you're
You
going to
notice
see,
that
these
Patrick Stokes
agents,
guy, he looks
you can
different
make
from
your
last
own.
year.
You can make them
Remember,
highly
he used to have that
customized
long
for you.
beard.
You can make them do all these amazing things.
Right.
But
I was
because
wondering what was
only
going on.
Salesforce does these three
He
things,
sold his beard so he could
automate
afford
every
and
single
so
customer
he could
touch point,
afford Louis Vuitton.
have the deeply integrated data cloud, have the complete agent builder, and deliver it as all one integrated platform, means that you don't need to DIY your AI.
Salesforce is one of their
This is the
weaknesses,
big
man.
fundamental thought. Our goal is simple: for you to augment your employees, to create better experiences, to deliver higher revenue and better business results for your companies. And I think you're going to figure all out how to do that at this show. That's our fundamental goal. We are so excited about this. But every time
There's
we get
more.
excited, we're getting even more excited. And the for us is we've rolled this out to a number of our customers, and we've rolled version 2 out to a number of our customers as well. And version 2, which is called Atlas, and you've heard some of this already, we're starting to see some amazing results. And you saw some of that with the 2x accuracy, and benchmarked against the leading models, we're 2x their accuracy and their hallucination rates, because we have this unfair advantage at Salesforce called the Salesforce platform. And because we hold so much data and metadata, all the customer apps, all the infrastructure, everything, the workflow, and because you have done so much work in this platform, the AI is simply better. This is what AI was meant to be. And you're going to see how Agentforce is outperforming OpenAI on Azure in cost, time to value, and accuracy. It is incredible. And we're going to encourage you to
Literally the
benchmark
stuff
this,
that I don't care who the
to do
vendor
the
is. And
bake-offs,
as you
so
well
that you
know,
can see
I
the
can't
cost
stand.
differences and the time differences. It reminds me a lot of when we started Salesforce and we started putting together the cloud and we putting these things together and kind of making it all happen, but there were other approaches.
You did, Ben.
There was a lot of DIY approaches, right? So now, Parker, come over here, would you? Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
He's trying to hide in the second row. Parker Harris, my co-founder, and Parker, you remember this very well, don't you? And remember, like, Parker, this slide, like, when did we start delivering this slide? Like 25 years ago? This idea, you want your agents, but here's your customer success, but oh no, look at all the cost, unbelievable, that's hiding below here. Customers were DIYing it, and all of a sudden, you want AI, no problem. You have to have a custom AI model. This is very good. Now you have to retrain it and train it. You have to, you've got all this fragmented data. Don't worry, you'll hook it up. Oh, you've got all these disconnected apps and agents. Don't worry, we're going to put them all together for you. There's, you don't have a security or sharing model. Don't worry about it. It'll all happen. Oh, look at that. You need to hire an AI engineer, that. And
Okay, I
finally,
think we get it.
it's going to require this.
Okay, Mark, how about letting
have we been
Parker
delivering
say
this
something
slide
now?
for 2.5 decades?
Got a
Are you
mic?
shocked? We're still delivering this slide?
I'm not shocked. It's just been a journey. 25 years. What our job is just to make it easy. And that's what we're doing with AI. We used to have a slide. It was called You and the Fun Stuff. Remember that? The fun stuff is getting this AI working and seeing the customer success. And so we want to give you all of this, but it's built on 25 years of technology. It's a big shout out to MK and C. Fisher and Srini and the entire engineering team that have done an incredible job creating this technology.
Well, Parker, it's amazing. So congratulations to you, to the product teams, the engineering teams, to the whole company, and also all the trailblazers, because the slide still holds together. And here we are on the next wave, of technology, and you don't want to DIY it.
You don't want to DIY it, and it is the next decade or more of Salesforce. So exciting.
Congratulations. Thank you.
That's it.
So look at this.
At least he didn't
The
put him in a
Salesforce
funny suit.
platform has evolved. Of course, you've invested so much in these apps. You've invested so much in the platform. We've introduced you to the trust layer and the data cloud and our new RAG techniques and now all of these agents. So the platform has changed. It's transformed. It's evolved. It's gone forward. And yet it's still the simple, easy to use platform that's inside all of your companies
That
already.
is not
It's
true.
already there. You already have your login and username.
Simple and
password,
Salesforce do
boom,
not go
all of this
together
stuff is
anymore.
there for you, ready to go. Think about it. That is our job at Salesforce, is to take you as trailblazers to the next place. And right now, it means taking you from trailblazers to be agent blazers. Just like we have consistently for 25 years. So when you leave this show, you can go back to your employers or wherever you're going and say, hey, we're going to go, I'm ready. We're going to deliver these agents. And it's possible through this incredible platform. That this is really what AI was meant to be. It's about the customer 360. It's about the data cloud. It's about Agentforce. It's about the Salesforce platform. And it's about our core mantra at Salesforce, which is you don't want to DIY it. This is why we started this company, because we know that there's companies and technology companies and on and on and on who are going to try to come along and say, we've got the new great thing and you're going to have to wire it all
We used to say the exact same thing about CRM, remember? Don't DIY.
It's
literally, you're stupid building your own systems. Use the people who know how to
and
build
we can do it right here. Look, we've seen
Here
this.
you go, Paul. Here's your connectors.
Data cloud. That customers were like, had islands of all of this disconnected data all over the place. And then what did we do? We said, it's in the platform. And we have our data cloud in the platform, and through zero copy, we can plug into whatever you have. We can unify your data and metadata. And we were so excited about that. It's become our best
767
best
terabytes.
selling new product ever.
Or trillion.
No, trillion, I
Come
think.
along and made
Trillion.
huge investments in this data cloud.
That number
And
is unreal.
It's been remarkable for us to what we have been able to deliver for customers so rapidly. But here's the other thought. What we didn't realize was, by encouraging you to while we encouraged you to move to the data cloud, and you are now doing 767 trillion records per month in the data cloud, and the huge work you have done with the data cloud, which is awesome, and we're so grateful for that. What we didn't realize is we were preparing you very well for AI. We were preparing you for this next step, that this was now setting you up so that when we rolled out App and Agent Builder, because all of that work was there, it was incredible what we could now do for you. So to help see the next level of that, please welcome Sajna. Sajna, where are you?
I'm over here, Mark.
Yep, she's a certainly up and coming star in the company.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Yeah.
Now, Data Cloud is an incredible innovation in our platform. But in order to really appreciate its power, we got to tell you how it works. And it all starts with connecting to your data. Now, this is any data that you can dream up, whether it's structured or unstructured. It could be in a different Salesforce cloud. It could be in a third-party system like SAP or Concur or Workday, or it could even be in external data lakes. And we do this in a really special and distinct way using our zero-copy integration. Because we don't want all of you to incur the cost of moving your data every time you want to use it inside of Salesforce. We don't want you to do that. So instead, we virtualize that data like any other object inside of Salesforce. So you can build your workflows on top of it, you can build your applications, and of course, power your agents. Now, once you've connected to your data, there's still a problem. Because every single system that you have to describe a customer does it in a little bit of a different way. So what Data Cloud does is it harmonizes this data. So all of your systems now speak the same language about your customer. And you have one unified customer profile that you can activate across the customer 360 with your insights, your applications, and all of your workflows. Now, I know what you're thinking. We're here to talk about AI. Even if you connect to all of your data, don't you need to train your own model? Well, the answer to that is no, and we're going to debunk that myth for you here today in some detail. Now,
Is that actually a myth? I've never heard anybody say that.
if I just give all of my data to a large
They
language
said, "Hi,
model,
we're going to invent a
they're
myth."
going to know
And
my
whoops,
business,
I'm starting
right?
to
Give
pick up
all of that
background
data
again.
into the
We're
model.
going to invent a myth, and
However,
then we're going to
this is
debunk it.
expensive, it's costly, like Mark showed you, there are all of these needless steps that you have to go through. And most importantly, as your data changes and scales, this system doesn't scale with it. So instead, we can teach a large language model about our business through the power of a prompt. And a prompt is nothing but a set of instructions that we send to an LLM to teach it about our business. Now, another thing that we don't want to do is load all of our data and have a 100, 200-page prompt just to teach an LLM about our business. We don't want to do that either. So we're going to flip the script here a little bit, and we're going to use a technique called retrieval augmented generation for AI to understand our business. Now, this is a cutting-edge technique that lives deep inside of Data Cloud in our Salesforce platform, and it enables us to search through all of that data you have. Think your images, your PDFs, your policies, all of that, and it allows us to augment our prompts easily and teach AI about our business. Now, Clara mentioned earlier our Atlas reasoning engine. Data Cloud and retrieval augmented generation are at the heartbeat of this reasoning engine, and it helps it iterate and plan and help your agent take action. Now, I want to make all of this really real for you in a demo about Saks. And I'm going to ask Kristen and Claire from the demo team to help me out there from behind the demo desk.
Oh.
All right, now this story is about my actual journey with Saks to get ready for Dreamforce. This outfit is from Saks, and Sophie is here to help me with all of my questions. Now, a really common question that customers have at Saks is about a price adjustment, because how annoying is it when you buy an expensive item and then it immediately goes on sale? You want to make sure you get your money back so you can have that happier customer experience. So I want to go ahead and give Sophie this new ability to answer this question. And this is actually really complicated.
I hope they're paying Sophie for this.
For a service rep at Saks, answering the simple question would mean that they would have to know everything about their policy data, would be able to search for that specific citation to fix that customer question, and then deliver it back to the customer in a matter of seconds. It's not possible for a human, so it's perfect for an agent. So why don't we go ahead and give Sophie some new abilities. And our journey is going to start in Data Cloud. Now, it looks like we've already connected to our CRM data right here, which is a really great start. But I really want to connect to my order management system data that I know lives inside of Snowflake. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new data stream. And Data Cloud makes this super easy with out-of-the-box data connectors for any data system that you can dream up. So I'm going to go ahead and click that snowflake icon and create my new data stream. Now, what I get immediately on the next screen is I'm going to see a data graph of all of the associations of my customer across every single touch point of that data I just connected to, which is super powerful. So now why don't we go into Agent Studio and give Sophie this new ability. Now, as Patrick mentioned, this is really where we give our agents the ability to answer different questions through topics and actions. Now, we already have a topic drafted here for pricing questions, and I've gotten a little bit of a head start on this action here, which is a prompt under the hood. But I want to edit this prompt and make it a little bit more intelligent. Now, our customers have been building prompts on the platform for over a year now, and our trailblazers are going crazy for this. And I want to tell you why. The first reason is because we enable all of you to pick whichever model you want to use under the hood of your prompts. Because we know it seems like there's a new model being created every single week, every day, and we want to give you the freedom of choice on the platform. Now,
Well, I'd kind of like to see, you see where it says model type, and then it says standard on the right? I'd like to see the rest of the pull-down menu to see what other models are being offered.
Shout out to Ron Miller. Yeah, Ryan, I was banging on that. I call it DIY instead of DIY.
Data we just connected to make this prompt more impactful. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in that information from my Snowflake instance, all of that
I can't say I do, Ben.
Data. I'm going to pull in the right fields, and
It
it's
feels
just a
like,
few
remember
clicks
last
away. And
year,
why don't we go ahead and
we
test
met
this prompt
Ryan
and how it
Slack for the
resolves
very
on
first
my
time,
own
and they were
contact
talking about the
record.
trust layer at that point.
Yep.
I think that they kind of talked about it
This
there.
is pretty good at
Yeah, I
first
mean,
glance.
it's a
We have
continuation
the
of the
amount
theme.
that I could be
Yeah.
refunded, but at the end of the day, this prompt isn't actually resolving
Which
the
is a
customer
good, and their,
question. I think
for
we
their
can do better than
purposes,
this.
a good idea.
Augmented generation. So let me show you how easy
But all
this
in all,
is.
their demos have been a
So what
lot
we're
better
going to do
than
is
what
we're
we've
going to
seen
bring in what
recently
we
from
call a
other
search
vendors.
retriever.
Yeah.
And it does what it sounds like it does. It retrieves the right data from all of that data you just connected to and grounds your prompt with it. So I've gone ahead and put that
Also,
in.
to
And I
their
want to
credit,
give
the
some search
camera work on the
parameters
demos
right here
is
to the
really good.
prompt.
It
So
is.
let's see
The
how we did. Let's
presentations
preview this.
all
Yeah.
around has been way better
Yeah.
than most of them.
All right, this is so much
Salesforce
better.
Plus
And if we go into that resolution text
in
that
action.
we're scrolling through right now, you can actually see the exact part of the information I just connected to that is powering our prompt. Now, why don't we see this in that experience for me with Sophie, the Saks agent? So when I ask about my order, Sophie is now empowered with all that data, that order management data. And I've been making a lot of orders from Saks lately, so she's got to confirm if this is the right one. She's right on the money here. And now that we've confirmed that
Why don't you just tell us how much you've
order,
spent?
Sophie can resolve that question in a matter of seconds. Now, this would have taken a service rep many different hours to go through all of their policies to resolve this case. And Saks was able
like
to
Costco
build
isn't
this
a customer.
incredible
Yeah.
customer experience end to end on the
Would have been a
Salesforce
much
platform and
better,
Agentforce without
let's say
building a single model.
this one I'd say
Back to you,
is
Mark.
tone deaf in the mid-range, if you know what I mean. It's not completely tone deaf, but it's pretty close to it.
Amazing,
as far as
Aspirational.
choice.
And I think we're making the
That's
case,
the
don't you think?
nice, positive way of putting
I think we're making the case. And
it. You're a sunny
it's
optimist.
cool, isn't it? It's really amazing. And I'll just say, you can give it a hand. As we kind of got ready to get going, and especially about 90 days ago, that's when we said, look, there's only one way anyone is actually going to believe this. You're going to have to let them put their hands in the soil and get going on the platform. And that's when we said, we're going to have to bring thousands of our employees here and work with thousands of our customers and make this work. And it will be the largest, most exciting deployment of agents ever in the history of our industry. And then everyone who does not understand agents or does not understand AI or doesn't understand all the bits and the bytes and the nuances and the nudging and all these things you have to do to kind of get your agent live and going, you're going to figure it out while you're here with these people, with these experts, and with each other, because that's what Trailblazers do. And that is what is exciting about this Dreamforce. This is the Dreamforce that we think is not only the most exciting, but most important Dreamforce ever. And we think that this is what AI
Said that last year, you said that the year
meant to be.
before, you said that the year
Now,
before,
we
you said that
already
the year
know
before.
Salesforce is this #1 CRM. And this is one of the reasons why the AI is so accurate. It's because we have this incredible Sales Cloud that you've invested so much in. And now this Sales Cloud has a built-in SDR agent and a built-in sales coach agent to make your sales forces more successful. You're going to see not only the new sales agent and sales capabilities, but the new Service Cloud and the new service agents, including the scheduling agent and the employee service agent.
So the field
You're going to
service
see the new Marketing Cloud, which has
there
been
too.
rewritten from the exact target stack into core, so that it's all running right inside Flow and not just
There you
inside
go.
Journey Builder, because we want one Flow, right?
I'm with you
for
there.
all those agents running. Did you see how important Flow was now? Flow is more important than ever, so we need everything running in Flow. And while we love Journey Builder and Journey Builder's awesome, we need to move into a new environment inside Flow itself to get the power that you're seeing here. And that idea that Marketing Cloud has been rebuilt, you're going to get your hands on that as well here at this show. And that level of personalization and all of these things is coming very, very soon and instantly to our customers. And Commerce Cloud as well. So Commerce Cloud, we're going to have the Merchant GA available now. You're also going to have this incredible buyer agent. And
There you
also
go.
we wrote Commerce Cloud into the core as well. so that you can have commerce on core and marketing on core. And also, you're going to see this incredible new revenue and order cloud. Which I bought this suit, Berluti, they use our order management system to make it happen. And that is an incredibly powerful thing, and that is going to include our new deal desk functionality as well, and you're going to see this here at the show as well. Every cloud and every agent on one trusted platform. Every cloud and every agent on one trusted platform. One workflow, one metadata environment, one data environment, one sharing model environment, one security model. Oh, and one more thing. We also, remember Tableau? We bought that a few years ago, the #1 business intelligence platform in the world. Well, we decided we're going to rewrite that too. All on Data Cloud, all in core, so you can visualize the whole thing as it's happening.
That's big.
Because you need these
all of this
and
is
this ability
pretty
to have
big.
this visualization capability. Look at that you can visualize across the whole company, across all your systems, because it's all built in Tableau as well. This is really capable, and this Tableau agent is going to be GA now and Tableau Pulse now. You're going to have your hands on that. It's all deeply integrated into the Data Cloud and Slack as well. Slack deeply integrated in the Data Cloud. Slack deeply integrated into Flow. Slack deeply integrated into our core platform so that you have one consistent interface, one platform for the whole company, for the whole customer 360. And you're going to want to, of course, do this by every industry. So I talked to you about the healthcare idea. Of course, that's going to be a core part of our health cloud or our consumer goods cloud or our net zero cloud, helping all of our customers go net zero, or our public sector cloud, or our healthcare and life sciences cloud. We have this amazing new life sciences cloud for life sciences companies, helping them to build the next generation of pharmaceuticals. How important do you think it is for agents to reach out to people who are going through some kind of life sciences pharmaceutical trial to check in on them? How are you doing during the trial? It's super important. Or in the health cloud for the healthcare facilities like the doctors that I talked about earlier, how important do you think it is for a healthcare organization like the ones that are testing Atlas now to do this, to call you back? How did the MRI go? Did you drink all the water to flush out your contrast? Did you take the medication like we told you to do? That is an incredible role for these agents. So whether it is healthcare or public sector or net zero or manufacturing or energy or utilities or financial services or communications or consumer product goods or media or automotive or nonprofit, each and every time. And I'll tell you, I have a new car. It's amazing. You may know I'm a huge car person. I love cars. I'm always getting another car. And GM sent me their new Hummer EV. It's awesome. And we had helped them build this amazing OnStar platform. They are awesome. GM delivers the best customer success. It's beyond my experience. And every time I hit OnStar, I get this incredible experience.
I would have worded it differently. I hope he paid for it. That's all I can say. Saying GM sent me the car.
Why can't I just hit OnStar? And my dream is to talk to GM and say, all I want
at least it's GM.
To an agent to
I know,
but
that's why it was free.
In my car. That is what I deeply
beneath
want
paying.
from my GM vehicle.
Use Salesforce.
I love my car.
Beneath paying.
Incredibly, I want that next capable functionality. I'm going to just build it into the auto cloud also. So that idea that every customer can have this next generation experience and to connect with their customer in a whole new way and use agents in these incredible ways that today, this last mile to get to our customers is just too hard. And we can do it in this Agentforce platform. So with that, let me introduce you to Leah McGowan-Hare, who's going to give you an incredible demo.
Well, now the interview goes up quite a bit here.
Final inning. I am so excited to share with you all how Saks uses Agentforce to scale their employees across all their Salesforce apps.
She's the best.
Now, Rusha, myself, and Maximo have 5 use cases we're going to walk you through. So we're going to look at the merchandising team, marketing team,
It does
as
help
well
when
as
you have somebody who
in-store
really knows how
advisors.
to demo
But
and
first, let's start with
do these
Slack.
things.
So
Well, so
here
far,
we are
so
in the
good.
merchandising channel,
Yeah.
and the buyer is sharing all the items they want to reorder for the upcoming season. But what I want to bring your attention to is the upper right-hand corner. There's 25 people in there collaborating. Those are 25 humans. Right next to it, you see there's 3 agents in there as well collaborating. Well, let's see what that actually looks like. In here, we can see that Robbie is in there typing. Well, Robbie is actually not human. It's the Saks merchandising agent powered by Agentforce.
He looks
And
like
here in
literally
its
like
profile,
Sophie.
And here are all the things that it can do.
With short hair.
Skills,
Sophie with
jobs,
different hair.
And the knowledge that powers Robbie. Well, this is great. And you can see in there, they're collaborating. You got folks in there asking questions. Robbie's answering the questions just like any other teammate. Now, here's the thing. Robbie doesn't just answer questions. Robbie also takes action. But before we actually look at the action
Robbie goes out and
takes,
has
I
a
really
drink
want
with you
to take
after.
this in. What you are seeing is humans and agents collaborating in a Slack channel. Have you seen that before? I can answer that for you. No, because no other platforms do this. Our competitors, they're not like us. They don't do this. So this
They don't own Slack, so obviously they can't do that.
Oh, she just did a Kendrick Lamar reference. I don't know if you caught that.
So in
Yeah, I
here,
did.
the buyer,
That was
when
funny.
they want to look at the full reorder process, they simply don't have to leave Slack. They can stay right there thanks to Salesforce channels. Now, channels have always been the core of Slack. But now, with Salesforce channels, you can bring the goodness of your CRM data right there in Slack, all the insights.
Look at the amount
right
of the
into
reorder.
The flow of work, right into your flow of
That's just a consumer product order,
That is
right?
incredible. Now let's switch gears.
No, that's a
and look at
buyer
how
for
Slack's
Slack.
Oh,
marketing
okay.
team uses
Slack
Agentforce
buyer.
with Tableau.
Okay, then that
So
was
here we
cheap
have this
order.
beautiful dashboard, but what I want to bring your attention to is the upper left-hand corner viz. Here it shows how many Agentforce customer conversations have had. So that's a great number, and it's going up.
Where?
What would be really
that the
insightful
items
to
thing?
know? What are they talking
Number
about?
of customer
Oh, no, she just
Customers
means the
I can't get that from that
the
number.
left side.
But here's the challenge.
So she said
That
upper
is
left.
unstructured data, just like your Slack messages, just like your emails, just like notes. So it would take like a human and a data marketer and all these folks hours and days and weeks to glean through all that data to find out the keywords and what are they talking about. But not for Agentforce. With Agentforce, the marketer can simply ask, why are these conversations on the rise? And what are they actually talking about? And Agentforce responds in natural language with an insight around the keywords, and Agentforce shares a viz. Agentforce speaks viz too. It gives a lovely viz of all the keywords, and it prompts the marketer if they want to further break that information down. So we can break down this information and say, what are they talking about for seasonal collections? And then it comes back and Agentforce says, you know what? Folks really want to come into the store and get their hands on that seasonal collection. And Agentforce recommends adding an additional segment to an already existing campaign that's performing really well. We're going to create a new segment for that. Now, before we leave this, Rusha and Maximo, I want to stay here for a minute. I want to give the folks a minute to take in what we just saw. What we just saw, you were able to get an insight from that number and go all the way to action. Insight to action on one platform. That is the power of Tableau on Core. It now has access to all the metadata, all your custom and standard actions that you have in your org, whether it's existing flows or Apex or any of your prompts. All of that you can build and take action. I am telling you what I know. There are no other applications that can do this. So take it in. I'm gonna give you a minute to take it in. That's a lot. That's powerful. Let's go ahead and create a new segment. That's a flow that gets kicked off right there. So here we are, and it kicked off the flow. Agentforce kicked off the flow and came back with 37,000 folks for our in-store event. Probably don't have this capacity to handle that. So the marketer goes back to Agentforce and says, do you think you can, bring this down a little bit to be compliant with our store occupancy level? And Agentforce, because it has access to all the data, knows our top customers, knows the compliance, comes back with a more manageable number. Perfect. Now we have our campaign and we've got our segment created. So now let's check it out and see what it looks like from the website. So we're back on the website and Heather's over there and it's customized just for Heather as she shops on the mobile app. And Heather's been eyeing this bag on there. Well, Sophie is on there. Remember Sophie, Agentforce? They're ready to answer any question Heather may have because Sophie has the full context of who Heather is. And Sophie invites Heather to the in-store event because she said, you know what, you can get that bag in the in-store, right, Srini? She was like, yeah, let's get the bag. So we can go into the in-store event and get the bag. And, Heather starts to get really excited about getting the bag and starts to ask about styling questions. Now, you all heard Patrick talk about building agents, and we put up guardrails. Guardrails are what they can and cannot do. Well, Sophie cannot do styling. That's not her job. So when Sophie gets questions about styling, she's instructed to pass over to a human. And in this case, that's the Saks advisor. And that's exactly what Sophie's gonna do. But before they do, I know what you're thinking, because I can read your mind. I know what you're thinking. Oh my goodness, Heather's gonna have to repeat all the information that she shared with the agent. Or, you all been there, you've called, you put in your account number, you finally get to a human and they're like, can I have your account number? You're like, did I not just punch that in? Well, guess what? Not with Salesforce, because when the advisor comes into this screen here, they have all the information about Heather, all her past purchases, all the full conversations that she's had with the agent, and the Agentforce even summarizes the conversation for the advisor. So now what you're seeing is the advisor and Agentforce working together to answer all of Heather's styling questions. Well, Heather is super jacked, ready to come into the store for that in-store event. Now, let's stop, fast forward into the future, and it's the day of the in-store event. Now, we want to make sure that the digital experience and
Isn't that the guy who filled Patrick's order?
Yeah, he's still
Yes.
working.
He hasn't moved for months.
Oh, now he's moving.
He said it was in the future, so he hadn't moved for months.
Providing details
Hope
and
he
all this
ate.
information on Heather's
I'm gonna send him
unified
some
profile
bagels.
on the clienteling app that the
Oh, is this
in-store
new POS
advisor
one?
is using to get prepped on Heather so they can be prepared for her arrival. So now when Heather comes into the store for the event, she can receive that white glove treatment, a treatment that's very demure, very mindful, right? So she's in here shopping and really enjoying this. Now, also, she's gonna get the bag. She may get some additional items. And Agentforce can also
Very demure,
process
very mindful.
in-store transactions as well as print receipts. Now, what you're seeing
Burberry
is
attempted to do
Agentforce
stuff like
is
this when the
constant
technology
thread
wasn't there
from
yet.
beginning to
Prada
end,
did too
so
with
we
their
can
New
get
York
Heather
store.
to come back again.
Yeah, Burberry was
that,
tied
my
up with
friends, is how
SAP
Saks drives
and
customer
Salesforce
success
both
with
actually
Agentforce
trying to
across
do
their
something
customer
like this.
360. Back
Didn't
to you,
work,
Mark. I'm going to do some shopping.
Have they given out a golden hoodie yet?
No.
All right, was that amazing or what? Yeah, it was pretty awesome. We were just talking. We really think this is like an unbelievable opportunity. It's probably the best keynote team we've ever had, the best keynote we've ever done. Did everybody check out our new cash register we have up here? Was that awesome? Did you see that? That's part of our Predict Spring acquisition. It's incredible. It's going away on that desk, but you're going to check that out of the show. You're able to check out the store. All of that is integrated into the whole platform. It's the first time we have a physical device that we're offering.
Oracle bought a
product line,
POS
Predict
company
Spring.
years ago that used to
Incredible.
exhibit its seat. What was
So
their
you can
name?
really see how the platform has changed. I think that this new kind of called the rainbow slide
That's it,
really makes
Micron.
it clear
Micron?
what it is that we're doing. And you can see this vision is really starting to unfold. We're ready for you to get going for Agentforce, but we know all of you don't have all of our clouds installed, right? But talk to us here at the show. and we're going to turn something new on for you called Salesforce Foundations. And Salesforce Foundations is a free upgrade available for Enterprise Edition and higher, and it will automatically flip on Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Service Cloud, Commerce Cloud, Agentforce, and Data Cloud for you automatically.
Yep. Looked it up
So
too.
that is going to be a big shift forward. Incredible vision for the future of all of our businesses. And you are going to be able to build your first agent, pilot your Agentforce now. You're going to become Agentforce agent blazers here at the show. Really, really excited for everyone here. One last thing. We are also going to go on the road all over the world for you. So, Sadhguru sitting right here. Sadhguru, thank you for coming to Dreamforce for the first time. Great to be with you. Thank you so much for being here with me. So grateful for you.
Did we miss the Hawaiian couple?
Yes. No,
right.
I'm guessing they weren't there.
Here with you, right? Folks that you wish had come to Dreamforce.
They weren't here last year either, remember?
The road. All over the world. Look at all these cities that we're going to be traveling to.
Here?
I'm going to every single one.
What, they gave them a 1-year break?
I'm not. You are. But it's going to be awesome. And we hope to do here at these shows what is happening here exactly, including the Launchpad. So getting customers live and running and understanding what it is that's happening and hooking them up and making it all come together live for them.
Hey, Atlanta.
This is so powerful. And finally, one last very important slide. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. We are so grateful. And here's all our new friends. We can't wait for this Dreamforce. We can't wait for Imagine Dragons and Pink tomorrow night. Can't wait to get your feedback. Look forward to talking to you all during this conference. Thanks so much for coming, everybody.
Wasn't Pink at another conference recently?
What?
Wasn't Pink at another conference recently?
I don't know. I remember Imagine Dragons at Adobe about 6-7 years ago. I didn't go to that one either. I mean, I like both of them, but I'm not going.
Anyway, I think we
Welcome
back
to Dreamforce today. Let's
Okay.
get
You can
right
pull it
into
that,
it.
O'Brien?
Agentforce,
Okay.
the world's
Of course.
first platform for building and
All right, let me
customizing
remove this.
Got about
All right,
2
so
minutes.
I think we only got a couple minutes. So anybody want to give some wrap up thoughts?
Why don't you two start?
Best demo I've seen in a long time from anybody.
Okay. Sanjeev, got something?
I think a lot of potential. I'm still trying to see how it will be really applicable on the SMB side, SMB angle for it. But overall, I think for the Salesforce customers, it could be a game changer.
I like, I'm starting here, like echo with me. I like what they're doing a great deal. I did not like a lot of the, I love the demos. I thought they were the best, to Rebecca's point, the best demos I've seen for a while. Didn't love the optics of, hi, we're rich. There was a lot of that going on, way more than really needed. On the other hand, I think if I'm looking at approaches overall, they were saying almost the exact same thing that Oracle was saying, except they were making the AI stand out way more than Oracle made it stand out. So I tend to like Oracle's kind of approach. The one thing I will give Salesforce over Oracle, though, is the CX, EX part of this, without saying the words, was considerably more emphatic than it was at Oracle. And that's a good thing.
And it's not surprising considering Oracle has a lot more ground to cover with all the stuff they do. And Salesforce can hone in on this. It makes a lot of sense to do it and take advantage of it. I agree that the demos were way better. Probably the best demos I've seen of all the events I've been to this year. because they were just so naturally done. I mean, and they look really good.
Well, and two, I think when you have something as complex as what they're doing, for people to understand how it works, you've got to have a really good demo.
Yep.
You know, and for people to believe that it actually works.
And every one of them killed it, really.
So you can tell they're all very comfortable. Not just that they know their stuff, but they're really comfortable doing it.
They've done it before, right?
Yeah. But yeah, it would be nice to get some other brands in there, like Costco or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not a big 10-figure brand kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, they had Wiley though.
Yeah. I want
my least favorite publisher.
The Fanatics. That's my biggest spending point is fanatics.com.
Okay.
A lot of money. Anyway,
all right.
We got to wrap this up because Mark Benioff is about to walk in this room and give an analyst and media Q&A. So will we be back? We'll be doing some other.
Yeah, well, this data cloud, we're going to be probably randomly doing or ad hoc doing keynotes. So stay tuned. Glance at LinkedIn, and you'll probably see us somewhere.
Yeah, or you won't.
There's a data cloud one this afternoon. We may or may not do it.
Maybe. All right. Well, we will see you later. Bye.
Over now.